Hey, you know that plastic foam that's used for covering different kind of techniques when they have to travel or buildings, isolations. This is what I used to wrap my microphone with. So the sounds of my so-called PlayStation 4, or also as I call it, helicopter, is not being catched by the microphone, and also I had to go to the other end of the room. I hope it's working. So let's go in the mission. The first thing I wanted to show here is probably the one that everybody knows who has done this. Look at Arthur's now. The guy is dying there, and he just wanted to take one second uh, sip from the glass and then just throw it on the ground. But good job there. I'm happy for saving his life. Uh, I'm going to make a small mention here that I'm going to make another very short video about the encounter with him, because I heard from some people that if you don't choose to save his life, you're not going to have his missions. I'm not sure that if most of the people believe in this or no, or just heard it, or I just heard it from somewhere, but yeah, I'm going to cover it in another video. So basically what you have to do in this mission is follow the servant who is going to bring you to the mayor office, and then Arthur is going to find a ledger. Everything's been pushed by Dutch, who accidentally heard Cornwall's name, and he was very interested to hear. So this is the checklist from the mission. As every mission has a checklist, and there are a few stuff that you have to do, and I'm going to show them now. So let's get back in the beginning of my day, starting with doing my hair, shaving my beard, petting my brave horse, just standing there in the middle of the camp, as everybody knows that Dutch is getting very angry when he sees you riding your horse into the camp. But I saw a few days ago that my horse is a real gentle creature with a character who just decided to break all rules and go there, and he's just standing there every day, which I am very proud of. So anyway, let's go back again in the mission. This is one of my favorite scenes here. I wanted to show everything what's going on in that is going on in the mission, but again my video is going too long, so I cut off some stuff. It's not so important. Arthur was a real gentleman as always. I love how he's somewhere between the culture and the absolute. The redneck is not the correct word, but I believe you know what I mean. That he is not very educated, but in the same time he is very wise for what he's doing, for the uh, uh, style of life that he has anyway. And yes, the first interesting thing here is Angelo Bronte is, you can see this is the second time when Dutch is talking with him, but the first time was a little bit different. Of course, as every meeting with a new person, you see different parts of the character and every next conversation. And here, what they can feel is that actually he's not very good guy. Actually, he's not good at all, and they have to be careful with him. Only keeping in mind that nobody likes him, it's enough to make something to stay away from him. And the way he's talking to people, man, he's been very rude.
I did not know you were so particular that you wouldn't help a friend.
Oh, I'm willing to help in any way I can, within reason.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
I meant no offense, sir.
Ah, none taken.
Every time I'm thinking, is that the
Almost
magical
forgot.
words that are
Hey,
fixing everything? I meant no
non me
offense, sir.
guardarmi
Is
così.
that the words that you have to
Well,
use to keep
this
your
has been
safe,
wonderful
keep
conversing
your
with you,
life
but I can
safe
tell that you are
from
very
a
busy
heavy
now.
gangster
Can I
like
spend
him?
more of your
By the way, I
time?
Yes,
love
yes,
the
please
way
enjoy
Angelo's
yourselves and quit this
talking.
vulgar scum. It'll make you long for the days when you could shoot each other and scoop cows out on the open range.
Those sure were the days. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day to you. But before you go, what exactly are your plans here?
Well, we've not made any. Well, we are going to need some money.
Money, yes, of course. Well, there's money at the trolley station. They keep a lot of cash there in the day. Now, I could not involve myself in such matters. But you, as a guest, yes, as my guest, do it, huh? Okay, good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Ok, ragazzi, adesso il vino buono.
And here was another point when we hear a part of his character. You see here now the door. When we were walking inside, the door was closed. Now this guy closed the door and locked it. And I'm going to show something about it later now. So I showed the first thing was the encounter when the guy with the guy you saved his life. You anyway. So this is the second one when you pour some champagne to the ladies, and the third one is when you make a compliment to this lady's hat, and she's actually telling you that this hat is made by, I'm sorry I forgot his name, but is exactly the one the one we say, like, I'm not sure how to build this sentence, but I hope you understand it anyway. So, and the last one is written as accept a gift, and it's exactly these theater tickets from this gentleman right here.
Good evening.
And as every conversation starts, look at here now, the lady.
Did you hear what that man said? Inferior.
It ain't
She
complex.
just started to talk to
Knowing
you,
an
but
idiot like
when you move
you might
away,
even try to make
they
yourself.
stop, and the conversation's been
Interest
um,
yourself, Dr.
interrupted,
House. Nothing
and after that, you
typical
cannot
fancy. Drunk
continue the
out, you know.
conversation.
Not
So I'm going to show
Mr.
this
Marlowe was
as
quite
well.
insistent, I'm afraid.
Here
He
is
shouted
the
down the telephone for several
moment when the
minutes.
mayor is
And about the
speaking
horse.
about
Very
Cornwall,
serious. It's
and
not your fault that I thought
Dutch
of trusting him. I'll come in and sign those in a minute.
Dutch
Me and Joe will fire
curiosity
west.
has
You say
been
something about Cornwall?
poked,
Yes. Find out all of
and
it.
now he sends us to follow him.
Monsieur.
It took me quite a lot of time to make this footage, to make the scenes look well, because as you know, the cinematic mode, I'm usually trying to make my videos that way. I find it very interesting. It can look very well as a movie, but it's hard because not always the camera is where you want it, so you have to do it again and again and again, and there are a lot of things that actually you have to be careful for to happen. So this is the moment when Arthur sees the the guy who's been followed by us, and here I just don't see the screen, so I'm going to leave this up to you to read the letter if you want. I thought probably it's a good idea for me to do it, but really also I'm without glasses now, so excuse me. the door was closed. If you saw it right here, by the way, I saw it while I was doing my video. I didn't notice it before, but we enter through it, and we're going to go out through it as well. Also, by the way, I walked around the house for searching something to steal, and there is nothing, so don't lose your time. There is nothing to steal. I am going to show you just a short moment where you can take few provisions, but this is it. There is nothing important, expensive, interesting, or whatever. So we are starting this again with uh, another moment entering through into the house. And here I wanted to make an experiment where first I'm going to the office, and then I wanted to see if the letter is going to be there. And the interesting is that it worked, but it's going to work only if the mission is not if you don't fail the mission by any way. If you do this in the beginning, if you go in the office, take the see now the door is closed and it's locked, and we have to go outside through the first door we enter. And now I'm showing it again. He's closing the door and locking it. No logic, but anyway, we all know that this is a Rockstar game, so anyway. The first thing you can hear from getting down through this right stairs is this very very drunk lady who is talking to you, and the champagne guy, I'm not sure, with the service. And let's just listen to her.
The real ones, I mean. Wedlock. Hugely overrated. I tried it enough. Well, I mean, I tried both. You know, bastards and marriage. Oh, I even married a bastard. It didn't work out so good. Oh my god. I should not have got up this morning. I need to go and sit down and have a little rest. I'm just gonna... Is anybody listening to me? I know I look like a drunken harlot, but let me be very clear, young man. I am a drunken harlot.
Evening, folks.
So the people who are just regular bots are going to say the regular stuff that people are saying on the streets. When you get close to people who are having a dialogue, and you're going to start hearing what they're talking about, and when you listen to their conversation, you can actually have another one with each of the participants. And here's something interesting. There are some actually most of the stuff are not important, but some of them are very interesting. So one of them is leaving now,
Time, sir. The innocent are the damned. Enjoy your evening. I must go see my wife.
Good evening. Such like
and now I want to show how you can see your mates talking with the rest of the guests, and here you can see Dutch talking with those two guys, and you can talk with them later.
Well, at my prison, we are doing the best to remedy that failure.
One of them is holding a prison. Here he is.
I had to get away from that awful major crowd pontificating on law and order. You should see my prison. That's what law and order looks like. Hopefully as a visitor, not as an inmate.
And here is that Robert Crowley, her he's called. But the problem here was that we were interrupted because of this guy who just passed between us. And as I said, when the conversation is being stopped by any way, you cannot continue it. And when I was doing my video, and I realized that from all the records I have, and it's like I have more than 5 gigabytes probably from records and records and records done by doing this mission again and again, and I don't have the dialogue with this guy, so probably this is the only one I have missed. And here is another interesting conversation, and what is doing it such is that you can see how the people's mindset were during these days, why they have their opinion like that, the way they speak and so on. So just listen.
You're stronger than me, sure. But as civilized beings? Haven't we moved past that? Apparently not. Good evening to you.
Yes, can I help you?
I will go find some other people to threaten to hit me. If that's okay with you, sir.
You can't speak directly on the moment with those people, but you find them later.
Enjoy the party? So far, so good.
I think I saw you before when I was talking to that awful Dorothea Wicklow. Men and women equals? Is she insane? Send an army of women into battle, see how far we get.
Well, I know some pretty tough women.
Ah, just what I need, a sympathizer. Well, good evening to you.
Hello there.
Enjoy what's left of your manhood.
I was thinking, all those people who were thinking like that in the past, if they see now the world how it is, they will go crazy probably.
Women should have the vote.
Oh, I don't care. I've never voted anyway.
Well, that's no better. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I'm still furious with that oath.
Actually, I'm a bit sad because I expected more from Arthur, because I know the way he's looking at stuff. He's very liberal, and I wanted him to make more about, say something more about sympathizing women, but anyway, the stuff are as they are. This is the man who was serving the champagne, and he's talking about the lady in the beginning we met with the red dress. So here we are meeting two people. I'm not going to, I'll just listen.
Please stop pestering me.
I am not the shallow cat I appear, sir. I love that woman.
Good luck.
I wanted to speak with the lady, but she looks like she's in shock, so I couldn't. I leave it for later. I love the way how they're throwing their glasses on the floor. By the way, you can tell me, is it just a glitch I have, or is happening to you as well? I'm very curious to know that. And again, he's holding a invisible glass. The lady is still in shock, so we are finding her later. Here she is, throwing her glass, holding it again.
Man, you have no shame.
I won't argue with you there, miss.
I just want to be left alone.
Hello, ma'am.
This one is interesting. have fun.
I heard that Judith Hawksbill has taken a lover.
Of course she has. That slippery fool has had that coming for years.
But that's not the interesting part. What's interesting is that her lover is a Pole. A
Ooh,
Russian. Something like that.
a Pole and a Russian and a Jew. It's absolutely equal. What's the difference? Jew, Russian, Pole. They're all the same, and it's very bad if you know a person like from. If you meet a Russian, you can know that it's the same as if you meet a Pole. There's no difference, and they're both bad. So what's the difference anyway? This lady is just from those toxic ladies who are going around to make bad gossip between the people. I hate this so much. I don't know why you're doing this. Why? The bad is not only the ladies are doing it, as I know men who are also the same way. And actually those I know are worst.
Well, gives us something to talk about.
Evening, sir. I think I saw you earlier. Yes, you were talking to that blowhard, Alfred LaFont.
Ah, you know him. Are his money interests as large as he made out?
Oh, very much so.
Interesting. Well, thank you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Either of you.
Hi there.
Righteous know-it-all.
Excuse me?
Oh, not you. Hector Fellows. I thought you overheard our conversation. He pays me to be the editor of that newspaper, but he pokes his nose in it every turn. He thinks morality is unbiased, but it is quite the opposite.
I guess this is the reason why Bronte wants him dead. As he asked Dutch in the beginning to kill him. And this is one of the ladies we pour champagne. And you saw how she just stopped talking because you move away, and we can't speak again with her. It's over.
Hello, dear.
And we meet this guy a second time, I guess. Of course, throwing his glass.
I'll try.
And also I heard some people doing videos and they say you're going to meet this guy with dark red clothes, but actually all the guests can be with different clothes. Only few I think are always with the same clothes. He can be with red or purple. So this is a lady once again. And we hear something interesting.
See a lady with an empty glass.
Not like that horrible man on the balcony, Mr. Bronte. Why he gets pride of place is beyond me.
Well, I've heard he's a very generous benefactor to the city.
Dirty money.
Anyway, don't get me started.
We want you to start. I would like to hear more. What we are going to learn in future. Here happened very interesting. This happening not for first time for me, and the bad is that you're trying to get away, and when you move, and because you're pushing them, and they are reacting like, "Don't push me, bastard! Don't touch me! I don't want you here." And but you're the one that you're pushing me in the between you there in the corner.
At least in my... Good evening. Freak.
Evening, sir.
So
And do you see that lady walking over there? I'm glad that we finished our conversation because she just passed through between us, and she was doing that all the time during the whole night. See, she did it again, and I didn't want to make the video too long, but she was doing that all the time. I have at least 3 or 4 times more when I'm talking with someone and she's doing it. That was crazy.
I get invited to parties.
Ah, I see.
Oh, very boring, really. Hence the need for copious amounts of champagne.
Oh, hello.
And
Hello, mister.
you have to be careful because in the moment when you approach them, the mayor with his group of people, and the the mission is starting, and you can't have a conversation no matter what. When you go to the mayor in the first in the first talk with him, there is no way to do anything of the conversation. Anyone, any, you get what I want to say. So you see here, I'm trying to speak with him. I didn't have the encounter. This was an experiment when I just go directly from the door to the mayor, and after I con the encounter when I have to choose to save his life is not there. And here's something interesting. How the hell he saw me? Look at him. How he saw me? Where? With what? How? With his ears? I'm not sure. And here what I'm showing is, you remember when I went in a house and my first job was to go in this office and take the letter. And what I'm showing here is, you see now, the letter is missing.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Come, this way. What a beautiful evening it shall be. Mr. Bronte is a very good friends with the mayor. Good evening, Pierre. Senor Napoli? As long as the mayor behaves himself, you know. Mr. Bronte, he has that thing, you know, respect.
Hosea, Bill, you join the party. We'll meet you out back after we pay our respects to Senor Bronte.
Come.
We'll meet you out in the balcony when you're done.
So what I'm showing here is that you can enter the kitchen and take few stuff. There are some provisions you would like to have, but there are a few things you have to be careful for. First is, if you go there, if you walk around the house before the conversation where the cutscene is with Dutch and Angelo Bronte, you have limited time. So there is a chance to fail the mission. So it's better to do it when you have their conversation and just before starting the free time when you walk around to speak with the guests. But you have to do it before you go outside. Then you have unlimited time. I tried this, I walk all around the house, it's no problem. But here, before their meeting, your time is limited, so be careful for that. It's better to do it after that. But if you do it while you have this free time, if you do it after your how to say this, if you do it when Dutch sends you to go freely and speak with the guests, since this moment to the end of the mission, no matter when, if you enter there and this lady sees you, she's going to call the security, so the mission is going to fail. And you have in the checklist in the end, do follow the server or do the mission, or I don't remember what was it, but it is strictly do it without being seen or spotted. I think it was spotted. And actually I didn't get to write this here. I wanted to show something very short. You see the camera, it's glitched. Obviously there is a glitch, but the interesting is the camera is not where it should be, because you remember the original and you can see the whole figure of the man, for example, and his wife and so on, but now it was those flying glasses and the camera wasn't exactly where it should be, which is interesting. Like it's obviously glitched, but why is how it happened? I don't I can't explain exactly, but yeah, uh, it's not something I have any knowledge for, so I'm not going to talk much about here. So I guess you enjoy the mission or my long and not very smart talking, but the main thing I want to show is that you can have a lot more conversations that you expect. I know most of the people force the mission to end it faster. They miss interesting things, and this is actually all I wanted to show you. So I'm going to wish you bye for now and enjoy the rest of the cutscene.